Now let me walk you through the Grandeur of Silay City, the Paris of Negros. At the center of Silay City proper is the San Diego Pro-Cathedral, so unique for being the only church in Negros Occidental with a dome. This Renaissance-style church was designed by Italian architect Lucio Bernasconi, patterned with the St. Peter's Basilica's design. It has a clock installed on one of the church's twin dome bell towers. This is the cathedral's interior, with a beautiful dome rising 40 meters above the nave. Behind the cathedral are the ruins of the original planned church started in 1841 but was never finished. It is now a grotto with a mini chapel that serves as a prayer room. Across the church and public plaza at Rizal Street, the National Road, are rows of ancestral houses with the ground floor converted into commercial stores. Among them is that of the Montelibanos, which house the McDonald's, and that's a Lacson Ancestral house. The Silay Public Plaza is in front of the church across the street of Montinola Street. And this behind the public plaza is Oreta Street, lined with mobile food carts every night, selling different street foods where plaza goers could have their snack. and the Silay Public Plaza operates a fountain to entertain plaza goers from 6 p.m. up until 10 p.m.
I'ma take it for a ride, let me take it off your mind, cause you know it's a season. And I move, and I move, and I move when I ride, and I move, and I move, and I move when I ride, and I move, and I move, and I move when I ride, and I move, and I move when yeah. I get so tired of making me take a night, but taking is all that I'll do cause of you. I let you show, don't let you in on my life. I tell you the things that you need to know. I know you like that.
In 1760, Silay was recognized as a leading town in the north of Negros. By 1896, it had become a leading sugar producing area because of the sugar mill built in 1846 by a Frenchman, Yves Leopold Herman Gaston, who became a permanent resident. A lot of wealthy families from Iloilo and Panay moved to Silay City and joined the Silay locals and became the pioneer sugar planters hacienderos. Silay City, 14 kilometers north of Bacolod, is a busy commercial and fishing port and the site of two large sugar mills which handles the sugar crop of Silay-Talisay area, one of the country's leading sugarcane regions, Negros Occidental. Negros Occidental, the sugar bowl of the Philippines, produces more than half of the Philippine sugar output. Thus, wealthy sugar hacienderos came to be. Sugarcane planting season usually starts December to January, and harvest and milling season is from October to December. Therefore, it is still the planting season now. Herman Onson's Ancestral Mansion, a neo-Spanish-style heritage mansion located at Montinola Street, was made into a bed and breakfast. The family takes pride in their sumptuous dishes, such as relleno and adobo flakes for breakfast, with sweet mangoes for dessert, paired with suman as glutinous rice cake, sprinkled with muscovado sugar, and served with hot Spanish chocolate. They have 4 rooms available for guests' memorable accommodation. One of Unson's granddaughter, married to a Lacson, oversees the operation. And you would notice the huge lot area, which is common to Silay's ancestral houses. Silay is called the Paris of Negros due to its artists, cultural shows, and perfectly preserved ancestral houses. 29 of more than 30 ancestral houses in Silay City are heritage treasures because of their historical origin and aesthetic architecture. Balay Negrense is one of the largest ancestral houses in Silay City, converted into a museum. It has a neo-Renaissance style, built and owned by Frenchman Yves Leopold Gaston, the first sugar baron haciendero in the 1800s. The Balay Negrense showcase the Negros hacienderos lifestyle of the 19th century. It has a grand W-shaped stairway, carved panels in between rooms, and it has 12 bedrooms. has fancy grilled ventanillas or small window below each large window or ventana that allows cool air to flow. The antique furnitures are well preserved and displayed all over the place. The Ophelenia Ancestral House is now the house of the two sons of the original owner, Mario Ophelenia. This was first inherited by Ramon Ophelenia, who greatly contributed to heritage preservation and culture tourism, especially in Silay City. Ramon opened the Ophelenia House to the public, both local and foreign tourists, in 1962. The first ever ancestral house in Silay opened to the public as a museum. He fought for and championed the preservation of Silay's heritage houses from destruction, especially those on Rizal Street, the National Highway, due to the road widening in the 1970s and 80s. Ramon Ophelenia died at the age of 87 last year, July 29, 2021. I have a separate video, still to be uploaded, dedicated to the detailed presentation of these artworks. The Bernardino Halandoni House Museum at Rizal Street, also known as the Pink House, because of the house pink paint, which easily grabs attention. It was built in 1908 and displays antique furnitures, dolls, and antique glasswares. (1898) Casa El Restaurante is another ancestral house converted into bed and breakfast. It is located at 5 de Noviembre, corner Timontinola Street. Thus you'll see right outside the doors sculptures which depicts the Negros Revolution against the Spaniards in 1898. This Generoso Gamboa Ancestral House is the first twin mansion in the Philippines with both houses exactly mirrors each other. There is an outdoor dining area between the two houses serving Filipino and international food with some Italian dishes. El Ideal of Silay, the oldest bake shop in Negros, is one of the National Institute certified heritage structure. This ancestral house was built by Cesar Lacson Luxin in the 1920s, and the ground floor is the home of the now famous guapol pie, the traditional piaya, lumpiang ubod, and the classic Ilonggo cookies. The bake shop and restaurant is now operated by Cesar Lacson Luxin's granddaughter, Marites Villanueva Sanchez. These are Elijal's classic and very famous cookies on display. Here we have the famous and delectable guava apple pie. I can't help but enjoy Elijal's delectable guava apple pie. So yummy. Cafe 1925 is a cozy place for coffee and delectable Filipino and European dishes. It is just at the back of BPI Rizal Street, Silay City Branch. Here's a mansion converted into a fine dining restaurant. These are the two buildings of the Silay Public Market. This is the dry market, and the other building is for the wet market. Another factor that drives tourists to Silay is the fact that Silay serve a lot of sumptuous heirloom delicacies and sweets such as senoritas, pastillas, bukayo, Lumpiaya, fresh lumpia ubod and empanadas, heirloom delicacies handed down through generations. Every morning at 5 a.m. till 10 a.m., different sellers put up tables and market their kakanin, sweets, and local delicacies in a big area inside the dry market. Barangay Balaring, a coastal barangay just a few kilometers from the city proper, offers a panoramic sea view and shining sunset. It is referred to as the seafood capital of the Silay city. Negrense is one of the floating restaurants made of bamboo and nipa. They offer delectable dishes of shrimps, crabs, stuffed squids, tanigi tinolo soup, and meat dishes such as grilled, yempo, and sisig among others. Balkans provide a panoramic sea view of the Guimara Strait, facing Iloilo and Panay Island. Here are more floating restaurants. With all this that Silay has to offer, plus more, book a ticket now and fly to experience the grandeur of Silay City. The Bacolod-Silay Airport is just 3 kilometers and 5 minutes away to the city proper. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so now. Press the bell icon for all updates of my future uploads. Like this video and place your comment. Thank you for watching.